Hello, my name is Frank Kajowski, and this is another tutorial on JavaScript with Splunk. Today I'm going to go over how to change CSS in a table. The CSS is passed a code. In this case, I translate this code directly into a CSS type. It doesn't have to be this way, but once you understand this, you can do stuff like images and HTML links. Or the CSS we're looking at, BK will map over to td.bk. All it does is change the background and the foreground colors. I have this for the 8 cases. The JavaScript comes in two parts. This bottom part here just sets up initialization. I've got a little log to the console log, so that I know where I am in my code and make sure things are running. Since my message, I am going to be looking at this field. So the message field, I have to indicate that this is the column I wish to work with. Here, I check to see that I am actually working with the column. This call only works on cells. There's another one for rows, but that's for another day. So I look for the column message. I check to make sure that I have a value coming in and that the value is an object, and I can get that. I get the value so that I can work with it. I set the key, and in this case I just set it to lowercase so that capital B and lowercase k max goes through. I shift the value so that everything moves up, and then I check each individual case to make sure that, if I pass an RD, then I add the class RD. I don't know what this, the Java does not know what this is, but the CSS will figure it out later. At the end, I make sure that the value is in fact a value. If it's not, I append a text. If the value is a single value, then it's a string. Then I just populate it as a string. Otherwise, I go through each value and build out a multi-line format that Splunk likes. After changing anything in any static file, you always need to bump up the version. It's very quick. All it does is flush all the static options. Here is the query that I am running. All I do is I create a bunch of values based upon, it's just a random fields. And then it's an easy, I write this out to a table. The only thing worth noting here is you do have to put the identifier as this table so it knows which one it's working with. And when you're done, this is what you end up with. Now, there is one caveat that I've not been able to figure out. Sometimes when you reload the page, it works just fine. Sometimes when you edit, you'll get strange effects. The editing is not a concern, but if this does not go through, it's probably the Splunk was not parsed. If we looked at the console, we'll show that it doesn't work. I do not have a surefire way of getting this to work, but I thank you for taking the time.